Welcome to Moneytalk Chat. I'm your host, Teresa McGarry, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about your bank statement. The bank statement is a report that the bank sends to you. It's just a snapshot in time of all the financial activity that has happened in your account since the last time they sent you a statement. Most of the time, statements are going to come out once a month, at the end of the month for business accounts, middle of the month for personal accounts. The information that we have in here will be on your statement somewhere, even though every bank and credit union has their own look and feel. For the generic information that's on your account, somewhere on there will be your bank or credit union's name and address, the name or names of people who are the owners on the bank account. So if it's you and your spouse, parent and child, or just you, both names will be on there if there's more than one. And then the address that's on file for the account. So if you're having it mailed to your home address, then it will be your home address that will be displayed there. Your account number will be on there. Majority of the time, only the last 3 or 4 digits may be displayed, and the rest of them will be hidden with X's, and that's a data security privacy issue. We don't want someone to have easy access to get to your account number if they get a hold of your bank statement. There are some bank or credit unions that will still display the entire account number. The statement closing date is the day that the bank took the snapshot to be able to create this report. Now, the statement date is very important when it comes to the bank reconciliation process. We'll go more into detail about that in a different episode. The statement closing date, you may also hear the term that it's the day the statement cut. It's the same thing, just another way to say it. One key thing for you to know is the financial activity that is included on this report is anything that the bank has processed that has happened on or before the statement closing date, but after the last statement closing date, so typically in that month time frame. So this statement closing date is July 23rd. If I went to the store on July 23rd and made a purchase, the bank probably won't get it processed that very same day, so it will not be included on this statement. It will go on next month's statement because it's based on when the bank has processed, not when I made the actual transaction. The different parts of your bank statement, first one is a summary, which is the totals of the various sections that are yet to come. There's all the deposits and other credits. Every time money has come into your bank account, we have details on that. Every time money goes out, it's typically divided into 2 different categories. There's everything that came out because of an ATM withdrawal or a debit card purchase. And then the details of every time money came out because that you wrote a check or because of some other debit process. So for the summary, it starts out with the beginning balance. So what's the balance at the end of last month or the beginning of this statement? They should be one and the same. Then there's the grand total of all the money coming in, your deposits and other credits, the total of all the ATM and debit card reasons for withdrawals, and the total for all the checks and other debit cards for reasons money came out, and then the total of what you have in your bank account as of the time that the snapshot was taken. In the deposits, we have everything that you put into your bank account, such as you went through the drive-through and made an ATM deposit, or you had your paycheck directly deposited. Or you will also see in here other credits, such as returning an item being a reimbursement or a refund. The transactions are typically going to be listed in the date order based on when the bank processed them. The deposit section may or may not have a description that's included. If it is, it's going to be the company's name, the day that the bank processed the transaction, and the actual amount of the deposit. ATM withdrawals are any time that you took money out of your bank account using the ATM card in the drive-through or at the store. And the debit card withdrawals are anytime that you made a purchase using your debit card, either in the store or online or over the phone, or if you used your debit card as a cash withdrawal if you have that functionality turned on. These transactions are also typically listed in the order that they were processed by the bank. Most of the time you're going to have a description being what the company name is, because it's the only way you really have to identify the transaction. You'll have the date that the transaction happened, the date that the bank finished processing all the financials, and the dollar amount that was involved. In the last section, you have the checks. That's when you've actually physically written a check and mailed them out, as well as other debits being something other than ATM or a debit card. So that could be your processing fees and international fees as well, depending on how your bank or credit union chooses to group the information. The transactions are typically listed in check number order, and the pay to is not normally included in the bank statement anywhere. In this particular example, the checks are listed in the date paid order and not the check number order. So it can be listed either way, it just depends on what your bank likes to do. Some of them will also put a little asterisk indicating that there is a gap in the check number sequence. It may be one that you voided or hasn't been processed yet, but just to let you know, that help you catch when you're going through there that it's not 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 4 is missing or something like that. Included in there will be the date that the bank paid the check, the actual check number, and the amount that the check was written for. Now, if the check amount in numbers and the check amount in words are not the same, the bank will use the check amount that is in words as far as the amount, the official amount of the check. And that's your bank statement. So contact us with any questions, concerns, or support needs that you have. We will help you if we can, and if we can't, we'll help find a connection or a resource who can. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope that you join us for next time.